give the call to the member for Bendigo.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Treasurer. How is the Albanese Labor government working with investors to address some of the nation's big economic challenges?
Give the call to the Treasurer.
Thanks very much, Speaker, for the call, and thanks to the member for Bendigo for her second question this week. She's now asked as many questions in 4 days as the member for Humes asked me in more than 4 weeks. Mr Speaker.
Members on my left, Treasurer has the call and will be heard in silence.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. When we have our fair share of economic challenges and we have our
Member
fair share
Petrie is warned.
When we have our fair share of economic challenges in this country and we have our fair share of constraints on the budget, it's more important than ever that governments work with investors in our economy to try and satisfy some of our big national economic objectives. And there are ways that we can do that to ensure that investors get good returns for their investors and for their members when it comes to super funds, at the same time as we do address some of the big economic challenges which have been left unattended for too long in this country. And that's why tomorrow, for the first time, the Treasurer's Investor Roundtable will be convened in Sydney. And what the Investor Roundtable will do, it will bring together the 4 big banks, Macquarie, the industry funds, the retail funds, BlackRock and Blackbird, the Future Fund, representatives of the state treasurers and others, to begin to deal with and take advantage of some of the big challenges and opportunities that are in our economy right now. And around the table in Sydney tomorrow, there will be trillions of dollars of funds under management ready to find ways to get good returns at the same time as we address some of these challenges. And the first order of business tomorrow will be the government's housing accord. And I pay tribute to the Housing Minister for her work on the housing accord as part of our broader sweep of housing policies, which are so important to dealing with one of the biggest economic challenges we have around housing affordability. And the challenge is, when it comes to this particular part of the housing market that the housing accord will address, is when we've got low unemployment in this country, we need to make it easier for people to live near where the jobs and opportunities are being created. At a time of low vacancy rates and high rents, we need to make it easier. And so I welcome the interests of the big investors in this country, super funds, institutional investors, the banks and others, as we try and work together and come together to deal with this big economic challenge. And if we make progress here, and I'm confident that we will, there's nothing preventing us from turning to some of the other challenges in our economy, whether it's the energy challenges in energy markets which have been left to us, whether it's challenges in data or digital, whether it's recognising the opportunities in critical minerals and advanced manufacturing. There's a big opportunity here. Big investors in this country want to work with the government wants to work with them, and we'll be getting on with it.